What is up, my cranky crew? It's Ethan from CrankGameplays. Today, I am going to be taking a dyslexia test. So, I've had ADD and ADHD my whole life, and it's only sort of occurred to me semi-recently, that I probably am dyslexic. I've always had an incredibly hard time reading. I've always had a really hard time reading, and it's always been a struggle ever since I was little. When I, was younger, I just thought, oh, I'm just bad at reading. I'll get better. But that didn't happen. And I've always just struggled with it a lot. If I'm not on even when I'm on medication for my ADHD and ADD, I always just have trouble focusing and, reading. I haven't read a book since high school. One, because I just kind of haven't felt like it, but two, because it is so frustrating to read books. I do, audiobooks mostly, whenever I do read books. Honestly, reading more than, a paragraph is a struggle, and it's a fucking task that I have to take on. And so, I was like, I probably have dyslexia. There's a lot of things that I do that are common, with people who are dyslexic that I do a lot. So, I was like, hey, let's take this quiz and find out if I am dyslexic, or if I just can't read well. Dyslexia Screening Test Assessment. This free, secure, and confidential screening assessment will give a profile of learning strengths and weaknesses, including a measure of severity of symptoms. Your answers are confidential. You do not need to provide any personal information to complete this assessment. You can answer the questions for yourself, or you can use this evaluation as a way of learning more about the learning profile of a member of your family or a student you are working with. This survey has 5 pages with 40 more questions in all. For the best results, you should try and answer as many questions as possible, but you can skip or omit any questions which do not apply. Your results will be printed on a screen as soon as you finish answering the questions. You will have an opportunity to print out your results by the end of the assessment. Oh, I will be doing that for sure. Begin assessment. Is it dyslexia? Probably. General characteristic is good. We're not starting off great. General characteristics. Appears bright, highly intelligent, and articulate, but unable to read, write, or spell at grade level. What? Maybe? I don't know. Labeled lazy, dumb, careless, immature, not trying hard enough, or a behavioral problem. Absolutely. High in IQ, yet many not test well academically. Tests well orally, but not written. I honestly don't know what my IQ is. I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever taken an IQ test, and I don't really want to do that on the internet for fear of embarrassing myself. But I do not test well academically at all. I test fairly well orally, but not written. That is absolutely true. Feels dumb, has poor yep. Easily frustrated and emotional about school, reading, or testing. Absolutely. Thank you. Talented in art? I would it depends on the kind of art. I'd say somewhat. Drama? I'd say I'm talented in. Sure. Music? Somewhat. Sports? Somewhat. Dance? Not a very good dancer. I feel like if I tried it, I would be good because I was a gymnast. Mechanics? No. Storytelling? Yeah, I'm a pretty good storyteller. Sales or business? No, thank you. Strategic thinking? I've never had a strategic thought in my life. Designing? Yeah! Building? No. Engineering? Probably not. Seems to zone out or daydream often. Gets lost easily or loses track of time. Absolutely. Difficulty sustaining attention. Seems hyper or a daydreamer. Absolutely. Learns best through hands-on experience, demonstrations, experimentation, observation, and visual aids. Abso-fucking-lutely. That was a big reason why I didn't do well in school, because there was hardly any of that shit. I learn so much better with tactile things, or, just... how do I speak? With visual aids. I do it so much better. If there's an example, a physical example, oh my god, it's so much better than reading a thing. Reading textbooks, horrible. That is such a big reason why I think that I didn't do well in school, because most of the learning that I did was through either a lecture, which was just someone talking at me, not using visual representation of what they were trying to teach, or me trying to read a textbook. Horrible. Both cases, Horrible for me. Really not good. Continue. Vision, reading, and spelling. Complains of dizziness, headaches, or stomach aches while reading or studying. Yep. Confused by letters, numbers, words, sequences, or verbal explanations. Yes. I get confused about stuff all the time. Whether I'm reading a sentence and I'm like, wait, hold on, what? You guys also have noticed this in so many videos, and I'll like make fun of myself for it because I can't read sentences correctly at all. But also, I get confused when somebody's talking for a really long time about something or explaining something. I really get caught up in it, and I'm like, hold on, can you please repeat that like 40 times? Not because I wasn't necessarily listening, but I just didn't really process what you were saying. Reading or writing shows repetitions. Reading or writing shows repetitions, additions, transpositions, omissions, substitutions, and reversals in letters. Yeah, I'm pretty repetitive with everything. But especially with writing, I think that I'm pretty repetitive. Complains of feeling or seeing non-existent movement while reading, writing, or copying. 100%. I always get so distracted whenever I'm trying to read because I think that other shit is going on. Seems to have difficulty with vision, yet eye exams don't reveal a problem. I don't think I necessarily have a problem with my vision. I have to wear glasses sometimes, but it's mostly because I am a millennial and spend all of my time in front of monitors that are a foot away from me. And so, like, when driving, I wear glasses now so I can read road signs. I don't think that I have difficulty with my vision, really. Extremely keen-sighted and observant, yet lacks depth perception and peripheral vision. No. Reads and rereads with little comprehension. Absolutely. It is hard for me. Reading comprehension? Non-existent. I don't think I've ever comprehended anything that I've read. It doesn't work in my mind, and I don't know why. Spells phonetically and or inconsistently. I'd say I'll say somewhat. I think I'm a fairly good speller. Hearing and speech. Hears things not said and wow. Hears things not said or not apparent to others, easily distracted by overly sensitive to sounds. I'll say somewhat. I don't really understand what that question. I understand what it's asking, but I can't think. I don't know. Difficulty putting thoughts into words. I don't even have to read the rest of it, but I will. Leaves sentences incomplete, speaks in halting phrases or stutters under stress, mispronounces long words, or transposes phrases, words, and syllables when speaking. Yep. I have an incredible problem with putting thoughts into words. It doesn't translate. Writing and motor skills. Trouble with writing or copying. Pencil grip may be unusual. I don't think so. My pencil grip seems normal. I don't have a pencil or a pen over here so I can show, but like, I have a Starbucks thing. I would hold it like that. Is that normal? Maybe. Handwriting varies or is illegible. I don't think so. I write letters differently sometimes, but I don't think that's handwriting varies, I guess, but like, my handwriting is okay. I'd say somewhat. My handwriting isn't great, but it's not horrible. Clumsy, uncoordinated, poor at ball or team sports, difficulties with fine and or gross motor skills. What are gross motor skills? I'd say that I'm fairly coordinated, I think. I think I'm pretty coordinated. I did gymnastics. My balance is good. Prone to motion sickness. Nope. Maybe somewhat or completely ambidextrous. No. I brush my teeth with my left hand. I don't think I do anything else with my left hand. I think I only brush my teeth with my left hand. And then everything else is with good old righty. Often confuses left, right, over, under. No. I don't think that I did that. I'm pretty sure I don't. Math and time management. Oh no, math makes me scared. Has difficulty telling time, managing time, learning sequence information or tasks, or being on time. I'd say somewhat. I'm not great at managing my time. Sometimes telling time, I have to really look at it for a sec. Learning sequenced information or tasks, I have a problem with, I think. Being on time, I'm fairly on time most of the time, I think. Computing math shows dependence on finger counting and other tricks. Yes, and it doesn't mean that I'm stupid. I still count on my fingers all the time. But it doesn't mean I'm dumb. Can count, but has difficulty counting objects and dealing with money. I don't think I have difficulty with that. I worked at a restaurant and I would have to like close the tills. And I was fairly decent at counting money and stuff, so I'd say rarely or never. I didn't really have a problem with that. Can do arithmetic, but not word problems. Has problems showing math steps on paper. I haven't done math in a long time, but I was never good at it, so I'll say absolutely. Memory and cognition. Excellent long-term memory for experiences, location, or faces. Somewhat. I'll remember random shit sometimes that happened a really long time ago. It's not something that I'm known for, though. Poor memory for sequences or information that has not been experienced. Poor memory for sequences of information that has not. So remembering things that I didn't do, like somebody told me a story about themselves and then they asked me if I remember them telling me that story. Is that what you're asking? Things primarily with images and feeling, not sounds and words. Little internal dialogue. Oh, 100%. I just like picture things in my mind. I don't like think to myself with words all that much. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? All right. Page 5. Behavior, health, development, and personality. Extremely disorderly or compulsively orderly. I wouldn't say that I'm extremely disorderly or compulsively orderly. I'm kind of in the middle. I'll clean shit when it needs to be cleaned, but I'm not a huge messman, but also I'm not a huge cleanman either. I'm not in the middle, right in that sweet spot. Ugh. Can be a class clown, troublemaker, or too quiet. I mean, now that I am an adult person, I'm a lot more comfortable with who I am, and so I'm a lot more outgoing than when I was a kid. And I was a bit of a class clown in the beginning. I really liked getting attention, but near when I was in high school and stuff, I kind of toned down a little bit. I'd say somewhat, sure. Had unusually early or late development stages, talking, crawling, walking, tying shoes. Nah, I was fine. Prone to ear infections, sensitive to foods, additives, and chemical products. Not really. I mean, the sensitive to foods thing, like I have a food allergy, but I don't think that really counts there, necessarily. Can be extra deep or light sleeper. I'm a pretty deep sleeper, honestly. Like, I'll sleep through fire alarms, which is concerning. I don't like that. I wish that I would wake up. Bedwetting, beyond appropriate age. Nah, I don't know when I stopped wetting the bed, but I think it was a normal age. Unusually high or low tolerance for pain. Nah, everything's kind of normal. Strong sense of justice, emotionally sensitive, strives for perfection. I do like justice. I'd say, again, right in the middle. I can be emotional, but I don't think I'm emotionally sensitive. Some things I strive for perfection. I don't know. Mistakes and symptoms increase dramatically with confusion. Time pressure. Time pressure? Mistakes and symptoms increase dramatically with confusion, time pressure, emotional stress, or poor health. Oh, okay. Mistake? Yeah. If I get confused, I'll make more mistakes. Yeah. Process assessment. This is only an informal assessment, but we'll give you a picture of some areas that need to be addressed. For more information, blah, 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 blah. This person is talented in these areas: drama, storytelling, designing. The biggest problem areas seem to be general academic, that's for sure. Vision, reading, and or poor spelling. Listening and or speech, yeah. Memory and or cognition, I guess. This person may have moderate difficulties in these areas: behavior, health, development, and personality. The following chart shows the key areas of learning that can be addressed by the Davis Dyslexia Correction Program. If two or more areas, blah, 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 blah. Okay, slight, moderate, severe. I'm assuming if it's over here, then it's severe. Attention focus, yeah. Spelling and reading, yeah. Disorientation, moderate to severe, just like my plaque psoriasis. Math and management, moderate. Coordination and handwriting, slight. Self-esteem, moderate to severe. All right, well, do I have dyslexia or not? Well, come on, dude. I want to know. Just say yes or no. Don't give me a chart. Say yes or no. Bullshit. I guess I probably do. I don't know. Okay, this one is shorter. Do you confuse visually similar words such as cat and cock most of the time? Do you lose your pace or place or miss out lines when reading? Yes, most of the time. Do you confuse names of objects, for example, table for chair? Occasionally. Do you have trouble telling left from right? Rarely. Is map reading or finding your way in a strange place confusing? Yeah, who wouldn't be confused by a strange place? Do you reread paragraphs to understand them? 100% of the time. Do you get confused when given several instructions at once? Yes. Do you make mistakes when taking down telephone messages? Yes. Do you find it difficult to find the right word to say? Yes. How often do you think of creative solutions to problems? I'd say often, sure. How easy do you find it to sound out words such as elephant? I mean, that's easy, but are you asking me, how easy do you find it to sound out? Yeah? No, not difficult. Easy. I mean, can you give me other examples? Are you just asking for longer words? I mean, elephant isn't a hard word. I know what it is. When writing, do you find it difficult to organize thoughts on paper? Very difficult. Did you learn multiplication tables easy? Nope. How easy do you find it to recite the alphabet? Easy. I know it left and right, back and forward. No, that's not true. I only know it forward. How hard do you find it to read aloud? Very. Oh, wait. Difficult. I am, or believe I am, definitely dyslexic. Yep. Do you want to see your test score? Yes, your test score is 68. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm dyslexic? What is possible outcomes of this checklist are unlikely, mild to moderate, or moderate to severe? You gave me a 68. What does that mean? You said numbers. You said words would describe my outcome. You gave me numbers. That's a different thing. I am confused. All right, well, I'm gonna end this here, I guess. I'd say that I probably have it, but again, I didn't get a clear answer. But based on knowing myself and knowing how I've done all of those things that they asked me in the test, I would say that I am probably dyslexic. I think that the chance of me not being dyslexic, pretty slim. Pretty slim. I have a lot of the symptoms of dyslexia. I don't know why I didn't really realize that this earlier in my life. It's whatever, I guess. Kind of gives me a lot of answers as to why I didn't do well in school, because a lot of those things are like, oh, that could really, like, make it big old trouble time for you. I'd be like, yeah, it did make a big trouble time. Well, let me know. I will put these tests in the description if you feel like taking it yourself. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you think I'm dyslexic, even though most of the answers are probably going to be yes. But I am going to end this one here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap that like button right in the face. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Stay cranky. Bye.